Okay, so I was saying we had technical difficulties, guys. Probably not the first time it's gonna happen. We're new to this. We're doing our best.
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna happen. I
gonna-
can almost promise you it's gonna probably happen at least. We should call these like our raw dog episodes.
We're literally just we're going with this is number one. Neither of us has ever filmed a video
This is
longer than a minute in our life, probably.
yeah,
So-
factual. Let alone of myself.
Yeah, and we're
Talking
doing
to
a
just
whole
a-
YouTube video
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So first technical difficulty. I think I was at the part where I was talking about if you don't know us already, we're probably never really going to get too deep into what we do. And there's going to be a lot of people that do know us, hopefully, watching this. That's the goal. But it's not going to be a main topic of this.
No, I think we need to 100% just bring you content that is light, fun, like we talked about, some sports. I might do some grilling stuff.
I would love to
AJ,
do some baking stuff.
big baker, believe it or not, has a great, what do you call it? A starter?
Sourdough starter.
Sourdough starter. So yeah, we're just going to talk about stuff like that. We thought maybe a fun little thing to do, and we have some questions written down, is ask each other 5 questions that we don't think we've ever asked each other.
And we're pretty good friends, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of things we know about each other. But there's always one thing you don't know about.
Or something that you totally forget to ask.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know.
Stuff that doesn't come up in a friendship,
Right,
necessarily.
yeah. Like,
Or grown men don't talk about
would you kiss me?
sometimes. Could be.
Okay, that wasn't actually one of my questions. I just wanted
Okay,
to ask
well.
that. I mean, it could be one of my questions.
It could be. Yeah.
I might have to scratch off. Would you like to go first, or you want me to go first? We are
How
going to
about
get
we
out a
go
piece of paper.
Question for question.
Oh my God. Question for question.
Question
Let's
for
do it.
question.
All right, where's my piece of paper?
And I think I'll go first.
Hit me.
I'm ready to go. What was your go-to job when you were 8, 10, 11, 12, when someone came up to you at a family function, like an uncle you haven't seen in a couple years?
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, Ben, you're getting so big. What are you going to do when you grow up?"
Well, first thing I would hope is he's not referencing a fat joke. Like he wasn't
Yeah,
just
okay,
specifically
fair.
talking like,
Fair
you're
enough.
getting so fat. What are you ever going to do with
Yeah,
your
what-
life? Like,
I mean job.
yeah, oh, job. Okay.
Job.
Yeah, I went really only 2 things that I've ever wanted to be. I went directly from I'm going to be in the rodeo,
Okay.
and
yeah,
I
that
used
didn't
to
turn
ride
out.
the arm of my parents' couch
Okay.
consistently
Okay.
while watching like PBR.
I probably
Is it
wouldn't share
PBR,
that
professional
out.
bull rider? Yeah, not the beer, but the.
I
yeah.
probably wouldn't share that out loud.
But you want to be a rodeo guy? I did. Like just bull, like let's go, boys.
So
and just get it.
coming to you sometime in the future, Ben on a mechanical bull. It will happen.
That
and
would be-
it will be a podcast episode. A podcast from a mechanical bull.
I'd have to say, based off of my 6 to 8 year old self on the arm of the couch,
Hmm.
that I'm golden.
That's a great answer. I mean,
Yeah.
That's I want to. Be
And then
that.
it went directly into law enforcement. I'd have to say that military was nowhere on my radar.
No.
That's something I can dive into. I don't know if you've ever known that. So I never wanted to join.
Interesting.
Never. I was literally going to the Buckle. Shout out
Mhm.
the Buckle if you'd like to sponsor a podcast. Going to the Buckle to buy a pair of jeans, and I was like, let me go to the recruiter's office and see what's going on. Well, I got to the Air Force door, and
Yep.
the sign on the door said, out for deer season. And I thought, well, 100% this is who I'm joining. If you can just take a month off to go deer hunt. The
Yeah,
Army
I-
tried poaching me. They're like, come talk to me, son. And I'm like, no. If it's ever going to happen, it's going to be with the Air Force. I ended up joining shortly after that. He had his cell phone number down there. So I
Yeah.
shot him a text and said, hey, if you're not trying to kill a big Iowa buck, text me back.
Hit me up.
I'd
right.
like to join the Air Force. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I'd say cowboy, law enforcement, and then I love the job I have now. So,
Yeah.
whatever that job is, it's probably I'm doing pretty well.
I think so.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Hit me.
Now this one is semi-personal, but we're not going to delve too deep into personal. Okay.
Let it rip.
If I was your date, what would be our date night, or a favorite date night idea?
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, when I met the love of my life,
Mm-hmm.
Emma.
Oh, okay. Thought you were talking about me.
Well,
Sorry.
The male love of my life is you.
Heyo.
I'm talking about the female. I didn't ever picture this as being this is what I want to do for a date night. But we were at an Iowa game. The drinks were flowing a little bit.
At an Iowa game?
Yes.
Well, that's surprising me that we'd be drinking at an Iowa game.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And it was the first time we had rekindled in a while. And I was like...
So you knew her prior to that?
Prior to that,
Okay.
yep. And I was like, let's go to a bar after this. And I'm telling you, sitting in that bar, it was me and her. We closed that bar down together. Sitting in that bar.
Do you want to shout out the bar?
It was the Old Neighborhood Pub.
Okay. Is it anything now? I'm unfamiliar with it.
It is still the Old Neighborhood Pub, yep.
Is that on the Ped Mall?
It's over... I'd have to look up the address. I don't know.
Hey, but Old Neighborhood Pub, if you want to sponsor a podcast based off of AJ's first date, hey, sponsor us. Okay, Old Neighborhood Pub, sorry.
I just would never think that that was my dream first date or like a date night. But we sat in that bar for hours.
So you're saying the person made the date?
I think the person and the environment made the date. Yes.
Is it a chill environment? I've never been there.
It's a bar that you would expect in Iowa. It's not Iowa City bars. It's not. I mean, it
Okay,
can
so
be
if somebody walked in, the bartender may have been like, "Ow, haven't seen
Yes.
you in forever."
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And touch tunes, like somebody already has the app downloaded on their phone, and there's like,
Oh yeah,
they're like, "Oh, this is Bill's favorite song.
yeah,
It's Nickelback, Rockstar for the 14th time tonight. Thanks,
yeah.
Bill." Okay.
That kind of place.
Okay, fair. So that's your.
That was I would say that's.
I respect that. I respect
It was
that.
awesome.
Question number 2.
I think I'm gonna rattle this one off.
This one's easy.
Okay, you ready for mine?
I just asked you one.
Yeah, so it's my turn to ask.
Oh, we're ping ponging
We're
like
pinging
that.
pong.
I'll put my paper down. I got it.
Did you see yourself anywhere else other than Iowa after the Air Force?
Oh man, that's tough because not only did I see myself somewhere else, I lived somewhere else.
Yeah.
So when I met the love of my life,
Yep.
female edition,
Female.
Christy.
Okay, I'll let that slide.
I totally saw us. She's originally from Florida,
Right? Yeah.
and
I
when I got hooked up with a Florida girl, I thought, hey,
this is my ticket.
this is
into
my
Florida.
ticket to Florida.
Okay.
Who wouldn't want to? And she said, we're absolutely not moving to Florida. And I was like, wah, 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 wah. Like that was the noise that played in my head. So I brought her home, or she came and visited me on leave a couple times, and she's like,
In Texas, when you were in Texas?
No, in
Or was
Iowa.
that back here in Iowa?
I took leave, came to Iowa. She flew up, met me here in Iowa.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And we got a hotel room just so we could like play spades and
Yeah.
like keep up. Yeah.
Things adults do in a hotel room. Right?
Yeah. Like check sheets and
Yeah.
shower.
Check for bed bugs.
Yeah,
and-
100% adult
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
And I said, we're driving from the hotel over to my parents' house, which was, I don't know, 2 miles. And she's like, I could really see myself living here. And I was like, what? Like, really? Iowa?
Really? Because I thought
And it was
Florida
fall.
was on the ballot. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fall.
Okay.
So I get it. Iowa's beautiful during the fall. No humidity.
We'll have a talk
Some
with
corn
Chrissy
in.
after this podcast about the decisions that were made. Because
They were pretty suspect.
although I'm glad you're here in Iowa, Florida's a contender. Anyway,
it was
sorry, I
100%
cut you
a
off
contender.
there.
No, you're good. So I got where she was coming from. It was
Yeah.
fall. Corn, half the corn's in, half the corn's coming out.
Beautiful place.
Just
Beautiful
great,
time.
right? I was doing some hunting at the same time. So she ended up moving to Texas. Time came around for me to get out. Where do you want to go? We had basically said anywhere from Georgia up through Tennessee. We wanted to be somewhere in that mid-ish south area.
Yep.
We actually had put in several applications for rental houses, and we wanted to do a rental because we weren't sure if that was going to be the place for us. Which in the back
As a new
end,
couple does.
yeah, in the back end, it paid dividends because it ended up not working out because we ended up not being 100% happy. I burped.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm a burp and blow the other way. My bad.
It smells really good, guys, in case you're wondering.
So we settled on Southern Indiana. Southern Indiana, I got a job.
Interesting.
And then it ended up just not being the place for us. Had nothing to do with the city, nothing to do with the people. It was a great community, great people. We had got pregnant with our first together at that
Yep.
point, and we just knew we needed to be
Good old ginger locks.
old ginger locks. So
Love it.
that's my middle son is a ginger, and we all have a call sign, and we can delve into that.
That'll be a different episode.
Yeah, it'll be a
We'll
little
delve into
different. But they wanted a call sign, so my middle is Ginger Locks. My littlest, we call him Dimps because he has the most adorable dimples. But anyways, I'm getting into some dad talk. I'm getting way off track. So anyways, we did Southern Indiana. We did not like it. We settled back in Burlington. Burlington was the place for us for a while, and then we said, hey, we're huge Hawkeye fans. We need to move closer to the U.
Yep.
Packed up the stuff. I got a new job, and we went and we settled where we settled now, close to Iowa City.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
yeah. Mine's pretty easy.
Okay. Hit me with it.
It's favorite color. I don't know that.
Black.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Let me tell you something quick.
Tell me about black.
Sorry. But let me stand up for the podcast here. At least one piece of every single outfit I wear contains black. If I'm wearing a black shirt or I'm wearing black pants. Half, I'd say more than half. 75% of my closet contains black items of clothing. It's my favorite color.
Okay. Did you know when my dad was in school that black wasn't actually considered a color? They did not allow that as a color. It wasn't like one of the colors on the color wheel.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Is it my turn again?
I think it's back to me.
Okay.
I think you'll like this one.
I'm sure I'll love it.
What animal best describes you? If you could think of an animal and go, that animal is Ben.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That takes cognitive thinking.
Wow, I'm coming out of right field, man.
Oh, gosh. Like a spirit animal? Like what encompasses me?
Yeah, if you were to say, this is my spirit animal, what would it be?
Oh. Man.
I know.
It's tough because I'm hardworking, but I also would just love some couch time. So
Yeah.
it's like in between, in your head, you're like, am I a gorilla, a lion, or a hippopotamus? Like, I'm like, okay,
Right.
I can only pick one. I got it.
Hit me with it. Hit
I
me
got
with
it.
dude. Come
A
on.
narwhal.
I love it.
A narwhal.
Okay.
100%. Here's why. They're mysterious.
They are mysterious.
Some would say a little more on the spelt side, like a little bit thicker. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
A little bit thicker in the middle,
Yeah.
a narwhal is.
Yeah.
But also, like, when you see them, you just laugh.
Yeah.
You're
You
like,
go,
oh
there's
my
that
God,
narwhal.
there's a narwhal
Yeah.
swimming in the ocean.
Yeah. And you want to talk to it.
100%.
And I feel like people want to talk to you.
100%. I have a whole narwhal song that my kids used to love.
Yeah.
And it's like, narwhals, narwhals swimming in the ocean. Like, it's a great, great song. I would have to say narwhal.
Okay. I love that.
Because people see me
Mhm.
and they're like, man, if he was a narwhal, I'd hug him.
Yeah.
Does he have a horn? My God, I looked at him and I'm instantly laughing. Not because I'm ugly, but just because
We bring a funny presence.
I'm funny,
If you know us,
which they will.
which you guys will, and for the people that previously already know us, when you see us coming down the hallway, I hope it brightens people's days because they
There's
know
probably some people, let's be real for a second, that are probably like, oh, shit. Here
some
comes
people.
Ben and AJ
Yeah,
together.
some people are like, great, these two are working together. But there is people I feel like that are like, oh, I'm about to have an awesome conversation.
100%.
Yeah,
We do
so
brighten people's days.
I can see that being a
That was a really good question.
Yeah, thank you.
That was,
Thank you.
wow, I'm going to have
I
to.
feel like all these are.
Yeah, like, whew, man, I got some pretty simple.
That's okay.
I don't know how to follow that up. That's like if Michael Jordan takes a seat and somebody subs him in, nobody really cares. They're just waiting for Michael to come back. All right, favorite and or dream vacation spot.
Wow.
We don't really talk about vacations much,
No, we don't.
unless we're like specifically taking one or we've taken one and like ask questions about it.
Yeah.
But not like, hey, if you could, where
Wow.
would it be? I've never asked you that.
Are we talking that I've been or favorite that I could
You
go
know what?
on or
Surprise
dream
me.
destination?
Surprise me at this point. You give me your favorite and give me a reason why, or give me a dream and give me a reason why.
My favorite so far, and this is going to surprise a lot of people. It surprises me. But my favorite vacation so far is we went to Milwaukee a couple weeks ago. And we went and saw Motley Crue, which was fantastic.
Shout out Motley Crue. If you'd like to
Shout out
sponsor
Motley
podcasts.
Crue. But it was kind of the first vacation where Emma and I, it was me and her, just me and her. We
So-
got an Airbnb.
First real, should we call it like a first real adult?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Because we've been to Florida, but we stayed with family.
Yep.
We've been to other places, but this was like one of those, we're out doing our own thing. We paid for everything ourselves.
That's kind of shitty though.
It
It is nice to go with the parents and they're like, hey, everything's on us. And you're like,
And
yes!
let me say,
I can afford a new boogie board.
Let me say, when I bought the Motley Crue tickets probably 7 months ago, I probably should have bought an Airbnb.
Oh.
When did I buy the Airbnb? The Monday before the concert that was on a Friday. Yep.
Price is a little high.
Let's just say not AJ's greatest decision.
So I did receive
But-
several texts, one of which is still one of my favorite AJ texts. He sent me a picture and it said, I'm probably too fucked up to be in a restaurant this nice.
So
And
yeah,
I said, yeah, he's definitely having a good time.
so I think it was the day after the concert. We had one day left in Milwaukee. We had a beautiful day planned. The weather wasn't great. The weather kind of sucked. It was okay. It was rainy. We went to the Milwaukee Zoo, got rained on, and I felt terrible because it was my idea to go. It was pissing rain, and we got like halfway through the exhibits. And Emma was like, "Hey,
This kind of
we
sucks.
might need an umbrella or a poncho."
Gonna go to the gift shop, pay $8 for one poncho.
Probably more than that. And then she had done some research and she found this speakeasy. She's like, "Oh, we got to go do this. This would be awesome." And I was like, "That would be cool." So
That sounds
we
pretty
we
awesome.
got a reservation for it. Then we were like, "What are we gonna do up until then?" Because we got done with the zoo at like 1:00. Reservation to the speakeasy was 9:30, I think.
Please tell me you found local hole in the wall bars.
Well, so what we did, they had this food market.
Even better.
It was
Food
so cool. It was just a bunch of stores. There was,
like open air.
yeah, it was huge. It was just a giant, I don't even know, like a barndominium almost looking thing. Like it was just huge. And there was food, wine, beer restaurants. It was cool. So we go there and we find, we're waiting for this. Our favorite thing is mussels. We love mussels. So we find this little like seafood spot, but the whole bar is full. So we're like, oh, let's find somewhere else to sit. We'll wait. And we have dinner reservations, but our dinner reservation was in like 2.5 hours.
At the mussel spot?
No,
At the
at a
speakeasy.
whole different restaurant. So
Okay.
it was restaurant then speakeasy.
Okay.
But we wanted to do something before all that because we had plenty of time. So we go to this market. So the market, we end up finding a wine bar. I'm not versed in wine.
No, can be dangerous though.
It was very dangerous. So we sat there for probably an hour and a half, just slamming wine, good conversations. We were actually trying to figure out, there was a guy that worked behind the wine bar that we both thought we recognized. And for the whole time, we were sitting there trying to figure out if it was who we thought. We never found out.
You didn't go ask him?
No.
You probably knew him.
We were both nervous, if I'm being honest with you. We were like, this is going to be so weird if it's not, because we want to keep drinking at the bar, and he works
Right.
at it. Anyways, we're just slamming wine. And then we go, there's an open spot at this mussel place, so we're going to have a snack before dinner. Sit down. I have 2 Jameson 7-Ups.
Oof.
She has some more wine. The restaurant we're going to go to is a mile away. We walk. Felt like the
Still
walk.
raining?
No.
Did you have
It was gloomy.
Did you have your drunk walk on?
It was a very drunk walk.
Where you kind of walking? My drunk
And
walk
I
is like
think-
way head first
Yeah.
before the rest of my body.
I think when we started walking is when we realized, oh, we might have messed up. We might be a
You
little
got that
fucked up.
sober like air, like when it hits you in the wintertime and you come out of the bar and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, I'm
I'm
really
drunk.
drunk. Yeah.
So we sit down at this fancy restaurant, and the waiter comes up, and he starts just explaining the whole menu. How they got what piece of food, where it came from, how it was shipped there, how fresh it is,
And
how
the whole
they
time
make
you're
it.
thinking, if I could just get a fucking chicken nugget and this guy could shut up, I'd be happy.
And I'm sitting there like, he's like, what do you want to drink? And I look at the menu and I'm like, I can't say any of this other than old-fashioned. So old-fashioned, I guess. So we just ended up getting so drunk that, like, we decided that we couldn't even make it to the speakeasy. We both looked at each other and we were like,
You were done.
yeah, this is...
You spoke easy too soon.
Yeah, we were like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, got a little off topic.
So Milwaukee was your favorite vacation spot?
So far, it has been
Okay.
just because it was just us two, and it was just a weekend getaway. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was good.
Do you
It
think?
was great?
Do you think Vegas is going to be better than that?
I do think Vegas has potential. When we all go to Vegas, it's going to be very
Vegas
fun.
is going to be fire.
And we're going to do a podcast from Vegas. Of course.
My God! I just found out. Literally, we're doing a podcast from Vegas. How do you pack a ring light you're carrying on?
We'll figure it out.
We will.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
Okay.
Hit me.
Are you a big winter person? If you could say, hey, no winter, just summer,
Oh, winter.
fall, spring.
I thought you were saying say winter.
Winter.
No, listen to me. Winter.
Winter.
Yeah. I thought you meant. Yeah, I'm not a loser. Of course, I'm a winner.
Winter.
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 Okay, but say it how you did the first time.
Winter. Are you a big winter person?
Okay. So winter, yes. Winter is tied with first for my favorite season.
I love that. Yeah.
Summer, unless I'm on vacation, it's for the birds.
Yeah. 90 degrees. Is
I have no
great.
time to step out of the shower and decide if I'm still wiping off water or if I began to wipe off sweat.
Fair enough.
You have to mow, which is miserable. No, but I mean, think about it. It's like I can't wait for summer, and then you listen to everyone complain about having to mow.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's excited to shovel. However, you don't have to shovel 2 times a week. If your yard's looking like mine, which it could be on the PGA Tour.
It is bustling. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're mowing that bad boy 2 times a week. You're not getting snowstorms where you
2
have
times
to.
a week.
Yeah.
No.
No, not happening. Winter, hunting, football, the end of football, rolling into college basketball. We got wrestling on deck. I mean, hockey.
Which, let's say now we are both huge wrestling fans.
100%.
So when that starts up, there will be a couple pods about wrestling.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You don't meet a lot of wrestling fans. Wrestling is one of those sports.
Outside of our state.
Yes. Iowa
Yeah.
is very good at it.
Yeah.
When I was in the Army, I maybe met one other person that even wrestled at all, let alone was a fan of the sport.
When I'm on vacation, I always get asked 2 questions. Do you guys really grow corn? Maybe 3.
Which, yes,
Yeah.
a lot.
Then I get a question of are you guys the ones that grow potatoes?
Nope, that's
Nope,
Idaho.
that's Idaho.
Yep.
And then if somebody does know Iowa, it's are you a wrestling fan?
Absolutely.
Those are probably the 3 biggest questions.
Mhm.
And then maybe a 4th of like, how did you get to be so awesome?
Yeah.
And those are few and far between
Yeah.
compared to the Iowa questions.
Mm-hmm.
But winter, yes. Not to get back on topic, yes. Winter over fall. I'm right there with fall, but it's got to be late fall. I'm talking like heavy frost fall,
Yeah.
hoodie, jeans, some
me tell
cowboy
you-
boots, and we're going out
Fall
tailgating.
is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. Or if not guess, it's not a guess. Fall is my favorite season.
Yeah. I don't know.
Especially here in Iowa.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of other people have a football college as a season, like college football as a season. I do.
Yeah.
Like when you step outside on that first cool, crisp day
Yeah.
with a
When you
Bloody
have to
Mary.
question, should I wear shorts or pants?
Yeah.
That's when stuff starts starting.
100%. And
Yeah.
you're talking like, hey, we're gonna start drinking at 7 a.m. Why? Because it's college football Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what we do here in this state. We don't have a pro team that we put a lot of money into. Like, oh, I'm not going to see such and such, so I can't afford college. It is college football. You are ride or die college football
Yeah.
in this state.
College everything. We don't really have any pro teams to.
No. I mean, we have a couple ECHL hockey affiliates. I'm a hockey guy, so we have a couple.
I haven't got much into it, but I think as this pod goes on, I'm gonna have to start.
100%.
Yeah.
You got to. We'll get
I
to
think that's
some
gonna happen.
Heartlander games
Mm-hmm.
and we'll figure it out. But winter, yes, I
it.
absolutely love winter. Fireplaces, Christmas.
We
That's-
just bought a fireplace this year.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
fantastic.
changer.
We
I
use
hardly
it
have to
in-
run the heat upstairs.
Yeah, we use it all the time.
We turn it on. It is literally our heating source in the winter.
Yeah. We turn the AC down just so we can use it in the summer still.
Huh.
Believe it or not, we
love
use
it.
it in the mornings.
I
While
love,
getting
that
ready
doesn't
for work.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Emma's always cold.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. That was one of the qualifications when Christy married me. It's like, must be willing to be cold all the time. Mine are pretty lame.
I don't think so. I think
don't-
we're rolling. No,
I don't.
think
I don't.
we're-
I mean, maybe nobody else cares besides me, and that's just because we're clearly in a bromance. I need to know your shoe size.